Oh, look at this throne. That's going to be amazing. This time last year, Mattel hit it out of the park with a San Diego Comic-Con. Too bad. It was from the Masters of the Universe Origins cartoon collection. This year, what have we been given? It's from the Turtles of Grayskull, another San Diego Comic-Con. Let's see if this matches up to what we got last year. This has kindly been sent to Keep On Collecting from Mattel. And we'll just give this a look and a bit of an honest review. So opening the top, we've got the mini comic. Havoc is afoot. Excellent, we'll get into that soon. And here it is. I've opened it up the wrong way. Try again, Turtles of Grayskull. Let's get this out.
Enough joking, you fishy fools!
And here it is. The Turtles of Grayskull Skele-Shredder. Look at that. I can't open it. Well, this is the box. Look at it. You got your Skeletor motif. Of course, we've got some slime coming out here. It's a bit of like a Castle Grayskull, Skeletor, slime. This is what the Turtles of Grayskull is all about. On the bottom, we have like a Turtles of Grayskull presented by, we have like designer, the package designer and art director. That's very important. Comic book writer. And a lot of special thanks to. Thank you, guys. Okay, word of warning. When you open up this, and this is sitting on top of the box, and you slice it open with a knife, be careful. Because you can slice right through the bag, hence slicing through part of the mini comic as well. So be careful when you first open up this. Another word of warning. So when you're getting this off this, there's a tab in here in the top part. So you'll see here, and they're linked with this under here. So you have to just somehow get your hand up and loosen those off. But anyway, I've done it. I've opened it up and that's it. Now we can get Skeletor or Skele-Shredder out of here. So once that is out of the cardboard, you can slide this whole plastic piece out, and now it's just a matter of time. We can slowly remove these parts. And just take your time opening it. There's there's quite a few soft goods. There's quite a few plastic bits to cut away. There's this opens up like this, so it's clamped in here, and we just pull that out of here, out of the clamshell, and here he is. He's out. Finally, there is literally a lot of plastic holding him in. So just take your time. Look at this beautiful soft goods here. Lovely cape. Now 16 points of articulation apparently. So this is in the scale of the Origins line. He's got his hood there. All right, I'm just going to put him to the side while I open up some accessories. Oh, look at this throne. That's going to be amazing. So there's his one head. That's the Skeletor head. Another head. I guess that's the Shredder head. Oh, this is cool, man. All right, bear with me. I'm going to cut away a lot more plastic to get the throne free. Okay, so we've got two banners. One, these are soft, like a fabric. So that is representing Skeletor. And we have the foot banner representing Shredder. And the Foot Clan, so goes in there, and they can sit there like that. Look at that. Now, get this weapon. Look at that. There's a couple little peg holes down the bottom here, so we could probably put Skele-Shredder into one of those. Probably both of them, actually. Because I think you could probably put his feet in here and sit down in the chair. he goes, look at that. Just sitting in his throne. Now I'm going to try and work out the heads. I think you can pull these heads off. So that is, they got a hole in there. So imagine we can pull this head off and put the heads on. We'll try it. And I think this one up here is another one. So look at this. Yeah, that comes off there. And so, yeah, that just sits on the top of the throne there. I think that's going to be Skele-Shredder's mask. I'm not particularly sure. Let's try and change up his mask. So I'm not sure if the plastic cowl is supposed to go over the head or not. I mean, it can just come off and you can see he's got his head on there. I don't know if that's supposed to go on there. It does fit, so you could potentially do that. Let's try the other head. Oh, I like that actually. I like Skeletor's look. That's cool. I'm not sure if I was supposed to pull the plastic cowl off, because so if you go under here, you can see they did have some light gluing, and I've kind of pulled that off. So I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that. Anyway, without instructions, sometimes we get confused. Let's try this mask up here. Here he is, look at that. Now I can't get, I mean, that's just, you can see visually that you can't put that on when he's got that mask here. So let's just set him up. There he is, look at that. There you go, so that's it inside the cape. See, I'm not sure if I've done that or that's just bad design or poor quality control. Not really sure. All right, so I haven't done anything wrong. The cape is supposed to come off for this figure. I'm a little bit confused on the whole back here. Like there was some glue and it's now basically destroyed the paint job. I don't know if I've done that wrong. Maybe I was too rough. I don't know. But yeah, it's not great. Anyway, what we're going to do, as we know with Origins figures, we can pull things off. So very cleverly, Mattel have allowed us, so we can pull these spikes off and we can put them into the back of Skele-Shredder. And I think we can also grab another couple and pull the hands out and put it into Skele-Shredder's hands. So let's try that out. Alrighty. So yeah, I've pulled these blades off the back of the throne, and I can put two in there, but as you can see, they hit each other there. They hit each other there, so we can't push them out too far. It's about their limit. And you take off his blades on his arm, and yep, you can hold a couple of the blades and start slicing away. But I love the box, how you can get in there and it looks like almost like a prison. Look at that. It's a bit like a sewer crossed with like Castle Grayskull with ooze in there. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. So you could actually probably pose. What's going on there? Yeah, there's some weapons on the wall. The Skeletor motif on the floor with all the ooze. I wonder if this is where it all happens. This is where he turns into Skele-Shredder. Possibly. That's what Mattel are good at, I guess. They're giving us options. So you can create your own little figure. You can either, you know, create the Skeletor look with that cape, or you can create the Shredder look with it. He's obviously got his own type of staff there, which is excellent. It's the ram's head there. Look at that. That is brilliant. Holding a big, massive blade there. That is a weapon to be reckoned with. And of course, you can have his wrist blades or not. All right, comparison time. So recently, we also got the other crossover line with Master Universe and Thundercats. So here he is with Lino. There he is. Look at that. It's amazing what we're getting these days, isn't it? Like with all these crossovers with all the turtle characters and Master Universe characters, and now we're getting Thundercats with Master Universe. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So there's it's Lino, and then of course we've got an original like Origins figure there, Skeletor from Origins. We're going to have, let's chuck in a Masterverse Skeletor there. So of course Masterverse is 7 inches, so that's just towering a little bit above the 5.5 inches of these Origin style figures. That's cool. I think the last one is my ultimate. Now this is my only other Turtles of Grayskull figure, and that is the Merman one. I love this Merman one with his translucent plastic, and I love Merman, so what a perfect figure. Let's get him. Let's have a quick look at the mini comic, which is called Havoc is Afoot. So we've got Skeletor and Hordak on the front. So this is that Skeletor head here. And you can see Shredder absolutely annihilated here. Yeah, he's in a bad way. All right, so it's pretty cool. We'll just, obviously there's a lot of the other characters that we're seeing pump out of the Turtles of Grayskull. Where is Hordak, says Skeletor. There we are. We don't actually see the, do we see? No, we don't see the amalgamation of Skeletor and Shredder with the ooze to make him Skele-Shredder in this comic. It's a bit of a shame. Like, we do rely a little bit on the product information here, the Realms of Eternia and New York City Underground. So that gives us a little bit of information, how we've got different phases. The interchangeable head marks a different phase for the ooze mutation, one for Skeletor, one for Shredder, and one for a fully fused Skele-Shredder. And that's it. So what do you think? Let me know what you think of Skele-Shredder. I know that people have been dying for a Skele-Shredder figure. Aesthetically, I think it looks fantastic. Obviously I showed confusion with how the heads and the cape work, maybe some instructions for you know, the less smarter people like myself when it comes to swapping out parts to make certain characters. It probably helps someone like me, but otherwise I think it's beautiful. I think it's Mattel are knocking it out of the park with so many figures. We've seen that with also the Fright Zone playset recently. It looks you know, that got sold out in 45 minutes. I don't know how this is going to go. It'll be interesting to see. So do you think you're going to get in there and purchase one? I love how it's a San Diego Comic-Con release, but it will be available on Mattel Creations on the 24th of July, which I think is like 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that's a little bit later for Australia, for 45 US, so about 78 Australian. Yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky that Mattel have sent us this to have a look at and yeah, give a bit of an opinion over. Obviously, I'm not too sure about the cape. I don't know if I destroyed it or that was just bad quality control on their behalf. But yeah, where the cape was, I've obviously left some marks there. So, but really do appreciate what Mattel are doing for the fans of both the IPs. It's a bit of a fun figure, and if you can get into your collection, why not? All right. Hey, so I'm going to give my mate Dino a bit of a plug. Dean and Skree Show. In September, they're going to have Andrew and I on to talk about all things Masters of the Universe. I'm guessing this guy's probably going to sneak into the conversation, and the Fright Zone. So keep your eye on Totally Taylor Retro Hunters. I'm going to put a link in our description of this video. So keep an eye on that, because it'll be in September sometime, probably like around the midway through September point, talking one of my most favorite subjects, and that is Masters of the Universe. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Take care out there. Get into your toy rooms as much as you can and enjoy this amazing hobby that we've created for ourselves. And yeah, look after your families. Until next time, as Andrew and I always say, it's to keep on collecting your Masters of the Universe. Bye.
That was fun, wasn't it? I really am something special.